Now tonight's News Channel 3 investigation, the Americans with Disabilities Act, or the ADA, has been the law since 1990. And yet, as you're about to see, there is still so much confusion that leads to disputes and, in some cases, lawsuits. December 2014, Reverend Steve Sterry, his wife, and his trained hearing dog, Montera, sit down for dinner at Charlie's restaurant in Los Alamos. Steve Sterry had been there before during business trips from his home in Orange County. The other times, he sat outside on the patio with Montera.
Well, the night that we showed up, it happened to be 46-degree weather.
So they sat inside and looked forward to Charlie's tri-tip and his house Cabernet.
A glass of Charlie's wine.
But they never got the chance.
My waitress said, you know, the dog is a little bit inappropriate, but he did something. Now, I don't want to say it on TV.
Charlie Gonzalez is the owner. He admits he wasn't at the restaurant when the waitress confronted the Sterrys about the dog.
She asked to see the papers, and he didn't show her no papers. And so when I got there, I said, you know, the dog has to leave, you know.
And I said, I'm sorry, but she's a service dog. And he said, I don't care what it is. You know, this is my restaurant, and it's up to me, and I don't allow dogs in my dining room.
And it was embarrassing and hurtful.
Yes.
And I wasn't expecting it.
He got up, and his wife, you know, thanked me and everything, and, you know, did a little apology, and I shook her hand and wished her a Happy New Year and everything, and he said, you'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Sterry filed a complaint with the state agency that enforces ADA. Gonzalez admits he didn't know the law until this happened. That's when he started reading up on it.
And the scary part about it is we can't ask for any tags. We can't ask for any documents.
Plus, Gonzalez says Montera did not have a vest on, identifying her as a hearing dog.
That's absolutely untrue. She had her vest on. She always travels with her vest. I mean, even when she goes to church with me, she wears her vest.
Sterry, who lost his hearing in Vietnam, also says Montera never got out of line, and no one at Charlie's asked them any questions or asked to see any documentation.
If Charlie had said, you know, show me, prove it, I would have shown him those things. I would have also told him that it would be inappropriate for him to ask.
It doesn't matter anyway. The law says Montera doesn't have to wear a vest.
And you can see how small my dining room is.
Gonzalez didn't know the law, but Sterry did. News Channel 3 discovered he's filed at least 4 similar complaints in the last 2 years. In Charlie's case, Sterry negotiated a settlement. At first, he wanted $5,000, then $1,000.
He accepted the $500, and then Dennis says, you know, Charlie, I've never had anybody ask for this. He goes, he wants 3 cases of wine.
2 cases of wine. Okay. I like his wine.
They settled on $600, which Sterry says he donated to his church.
I felt that he needed to be taught a lesson.
It's unfair and unjust.
Charlie knows the law now. During his research, he discovered there's a provision of the ADA that allows someone to bring a miniature horse into his restaurant.
Can you imagine a little horse coming in here and he'd start going to all the restaurants and you can't tell him no? I'd be shocked if I didn't know the law. Now that I know the law, I'd let him stay and I'd take a picture.
And there are 2 questions, just 2 questions a business owner can ask under the law. 1, is this a service dog? And 2, what does this dog or horse do for you? Those are the only 2 questions you can ask, and the person does not have to provide any documentation. Now, Sterry says he's only filed complaints against business owners who refuse to listen and are rude. Both men also believe there are people out there taking advantage of the law, and they wanted to educate the public. Those are 2 reasons why they wanted me to do this story. Now, if you want to know more about the law, we put some links on our website, and you'll find those links at KEYT.com.
Is there a longer list of animals other than the dog and the miniature horse?
That's it.
Okay.
And it's because I guess both can be trained. That's what I'm told.
Okay.